So, alpha males have been a pretty big thing on the internet for quite a while now, at least for the last few years. So, I figured why not just make a video where I just try as hard as I can, which will probably be impossible, not to cringe at some of these alpha male TikToks. So, we're going to start off with one that is pretty well known in terms of like the cringy alpha male sphere. And like this is one of is pretty well known for being a very cringy alpha male TikTok. And this is from a guy named Chris Cron, or whatever his name is. You probably already seen this one before. It's pretty, this one is a pretty easy one not to cringe at because it's just been everywhere. So we might as well start with this.
I'm up at 4 a.m. From 4 to 4:20, I do a book on double speed, so I'm listening. At 4:20, I'm on the treadmill with my wife, and we're doing an active meditation together for 40 minutes. It includes a reverie.
Just imagine just running while like having your eyes closed doing this, just active meditation running.
Where we're basically aligning the pharmacy of the body to over-dopamine the mind by gratitude, serotonin the brain, and then we shift into Mind Palace, which is 20 minutes of co-creating our best bodies.
Like, this is like things that you would hear like a new age hippie say like back in the day, and now it's just like crypto bros who are running schemes and doing like Discord courses, just being like, yes, we're gonna over dopamine the brain, we're going into Mind Palace, we're aligning our chakras.
Weights that happens between 5 and 7, and then between 7 and 8, that's my time with my wife. Between 8 and 9 is an hour with our kids.
Or like 7 to 7:05, am I right?
Shower and get ready, where we're doing breakfast and life lessons, and by 9 a.m. the day technically hasn't started yet.
Yes, it has, because you've been awake for 5 hours. It has.
But everything that was important to me is done.
What time do you go to bed?
Monday through Friday, I'm good with 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So often it's 11 or midnight. Saturday, I sleep in.
No wonder he's like that. You're getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep per night. Dude, I get 5 hours of sleep. I am just in a constant, like, I am in like a fucking manic mode for most of the day where I'm just kind of like tired physically. Like my body just wants to shut down, but my mind just won't stop racing. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but like, I've done that before. Like, I'm a very late sleeper, but you know, sometimes it gets too late and then I like wake up right before work. Sometimes a little bit before then, and I try to do that to like get stuff done, but you know, a lot of times I just try to sleep in because I know I need that sleep. Because I know what those few hours of sleep will do to me and how it will make me feel the rest of the day. Yeah, that one's been shown a lot. There's also another one I want to see that had like been shown a lot too. So this is what I thought the last TikTok was. I guess I just combined them. But this is one that's also been shown a lot too.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy. You're crazy for thinking it takes 24 hours, just like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago. My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week.
Who does he think he is, Doctor Strange? I can manipulate time and other dimensions. I guess this guy just like, also, he said in the video,
a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy. You're crazy for thinking it takes 24 hours, just like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago.
300 years ago, there were people in caves. Yeah, dude, they won't tell you this in the history books, but George Washington was actually a caveman. Yeah, this guy doesn't know basic math, so we should definitely be listening to him about like how many days there are in a week.
Second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week.
This guy is just playing make-believe in his own head of like how he like perceives time. Because anyone else could like look at this and be like, oh, noon to 6? That's one day for you? Well, guess what? It only takes me an hour to have a day, so technically I'm getting 24 days in a day. Like, this is just so fucking stupid. We also have this one. I've seen this guy around. His name is Justin Waller. I've seen him around. I never remember his name. But he's just kind of like an Andrew Tate ripoff, in a sense.
If I were 24, I would not even be looking for a long-time partner until I was at least 28, and I feel like 28 is pretty young. There's so much you have to do, and those guys that get married early, they never achieve what they should have achieved, and it doesn't work because he never becomes the man that he could have. I would put my...
What would they need to achieve? Like, you can't just say they never achieved what they needed to achieve and then just not lay out like what they should have achieved at that point in order to become a man. I don't understand how getting married early. And here's the thing: in some, like in a certain viewpoint, I kind of do agree with that. Like, people should be able to take their time to find out what they feel like really works for them in terms of like a relationship. But some people just, they gotta figure it out pretty early on. Some people just find their person pretty early on than other people do. And sometimes that doesn't really work all that well because you did kind of just rush into a relationship um from when you were like, a teenager now into adulthood. You're just kind of rushing into this commitment. But at the same time, it does work out for some people. But yeah, I would definitely agree, like, everyone should take some time, feel like, really find what really works for them because, and, there is a lot of cases in which that doesn't work out. People grow and they find out the way that they view the world that doesn't really match up with a person that they have now made a life commitment with.
Put my head down and get so deeply ingrained in fitness, like go box, business, and build your money and build yourself as a man. I truly believe women bet on horses. They look down at the field and they're like, which one of these guys are going to win?
But that's weird because that's also what these guys do. Like, they bet on women like they're horses. Who's going to be a good woman for me? Like, aren't you doing the same thing? That wasn't so much as cringy as it was confusing. Of just being like, you're not achieving what you need to achieve as a man. Like, you had to like lay out the groundwork for that then. And also, like, yeah, women betting on horses, but you guys are doing the exact same thing with which woman is going to be your woman. Okay, I think that's the first one I really cringed on. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, imagine setting up your time to like get shirtless, set up a camera, and then try to act like a lion. I don't understand this. This must be a real awkward film. This must be real awkward filming this. Yes.
Fire away.
If you have only one place in your heart for one woman, or you want to have one woman in your heart, as you said, why don't you just commit to one and choose to be faithful to her?
I'm just not wired that way. I spent my whole 20s trying to fix myself.
You're a man of self-control. You work out, you do business.
Yeah.
You can possess your own power and you direct it the way you want to direct it.
It's not how I am.
You think that might be a limited mindset?
I think it's none of your business, but I don't want you to think I'm triggered by you. I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah, definitely. He was so. This comment right here, he was so triggered that he had to announce that he wasn't triggered. I don't know. I think I might just. Luckily, I do have this video. I think my For You page just won't allow that much TikTok cringe. So we'll have to see. We'll watch this one instead. A girl asked me. Why does it show up twice? A girl asked me my favorite position. I told her CEO. Girl, you are like a coin. Ah, valuable? No, two-faced. Yes, you are a Batman villain who had acid sprayed on one half of their face.
Are men and women the same?
No, they're not.
Okay, is it far easier for women to have sex?
Yes.
So wouldn't it make sense that it's far easier for women to cheat?
Yes,
it's easier
but we
for
have
you-
different reasons to.
Yeah, but it does not change the fact that you still are cheating. The threshold for cheating for a woman is far less than a man because here's the thing. Women like to use male standards when it benefits them, but they also like to use female standards when it benefits them. In other words, you want to say, well, I'm not cheating because I didn't fuck anybody else. No. That's
Wait.
the male standard because
I'm not cheating because I didn't fuck that, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, she's not cheating in that respect. She didn't fuck anyone. I mean, there's different ways to kind of cheat. Like, yeah, if she kissed another guy, but that's not what he's saying. I think what he's trying to say is that, like, her posting a bikini pic, because they've shared similar views to this, like this before, where they're just like, oh, posting, like, half naked pics on Instagram is cheating. 3 more ways to crush her ego. This is not nice. Oh, I was worried it was going to be nice for a second. Act indifferent if you see her or not. Don't act excited. Okay, so like, so if there's this girl you're interested, guys, don't act interested in her. If she asks about your type, say the opposite of her. If she is skinny, say you are into curvy Latinas. What? Hey guys, you like this girl, right? Well, here's some way that you can crush her ego. Number 1, say you're not into her. Number 2, say you don't like her. She will fall head over heels for you, I'm sure. Don't finish when sleeping with her. What? Number 3, edge. Edge. All the time. How to be alpha in a relationship. Set ground rules. No partying alone. No male friends. Answering texts/calls in a timely manner. No coming home too late. Set curfews. Like they're your fucking kid. Be ready to walk away if she breaks the rules and disrespects you. Yeah, just give up. Just give up on the relationship. You don't need to like work things out. If it's not perfect right away, just leave. Only enter a relationship with a quality woman that could be a potential mother to your children. So just, doing what they always do, just making them out to be baby incubators. Stay in your masculine frame. Let her feel safe and feminine. Be able to provide, protect, and please her. In return, expect her to treat you lovely, kindly, passionately, cook and clean in the household. Never move in her place. She will abuse her power. Let her move in with you so you can abuse your power. If your needs aren't being met, make it clear. If she doesn't make any effort, leave. Don't cheat. Treat her like your princess outside and like your dirty little the bedroom. Yeah, treat her like a princess outside, unless she breaks a singular rule and then you leave her. Never hit her outside the bedroom. I mean, I think he's trying to imply, like sexual stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, don't beat her unless you guys are in a confined room that the public cannot see.
The king moves one square at a time, and the queen can just zip across the board, right? So you're here in Miami, you're partying in Miami. You see all these chicks on a boat. For the man to get on that boat, it's one square at a time. He has to get a good job. He has to get his taxes right. He has to find a way to leverage credit. He has to meet the guy who sells the boats. He has to go through.
Or he could just be a friend of the guy. Like, I understand what he's going to try to get at. He's going to be like, it's just super easy for a woman. They just have to be hot. The guy could just be friend with another guy. It's whatever. He is bringing up some dumb analogy, try to fit his narrative, even though the game of chess is nothing like real life. Like, okay, then what is the knight in that scenario? The knight is someone who only takes L's, and that's why he always moves in L's.
In your mind that your guy friends don't want to hook up with you.
No, they definitely do.
A couple of them have told us. We just see them as friends.
This is okay, and this is the message that I will portray to the guy best friends. Again, they will always see you as friends because you're always relying upon them and you're always there just as the friend. You're always a shoulder to cry on. If she breaks up with her dude and she's calling you to cry to you, don't answer the phone.
But what if I just want to be a friend with someone? And here's the thing I don't understand. And I'm going to be real honest real quick. I used to kind of have that mindset sometimes. There were female friends that I just were friends with, but there were female friends that I was interested in. But even then, at a certain point, I came to the realization where it's just like, okay, this person's just not interested in me that way, but they still want to be my friend. Like, that's the thing. Like, this person wouldn't be talking to you, wouldn't be, going to you as this sort of like, person to, like, God, I'm blanking on the word. This person to like hear them out and support them if they didn't like you as a person. If they didn't like see you as a close friend. Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, they don't want to sleep with you. That's fine. You still have a friend. And that's fine. There is always going to be someone out there who will like you in a romantic sense. But there's nothing wrong with just having friends. That's fine.
Don't answer the phone, or else you'll always be the guy best friend.
Yeah, guys, if there's a friend, yeah, guys, if you have a friend out there and they're sad and alone and they just really want to talk to you, don't talk to them because they won't sleep with you.
Walking past a group of women.
Part 2. Remember on part 1 when I told y'all, when you see a group of women out and you walk past them, don't drop your head and look at your phone. This is what you do. I told you to single one of them out. This is the one that you single out. If you're confident enough, you single out whichever one you want. But if you struggling with confidence that day, this is what you do, bro. You single out the ugliest one. By now, you should be confident enough to make eye contact and to speak.
Okay, first off, he's already wrong. If there's a group of women walking past you, just keep walking. Like, what are you gonna do in that scenario? Like, if they're all out together, more than likely they're not actually out there just to be hit on. They're probably just out there with their friends. Like, what the fuck? Do they all, like, these guys just constantly think that women always just want to be hit on, when that's far from the case.
Ugly woman. You feel me? When you single her out and say, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving, all her pretty homegirls gonna look at her like, damn, we ain't used to that. Usually people speak to us. We the ones that men usually hit on. You know what I'm saying? She the ugly friend. So they gonna like you even more because they wondering, damn, he like her more than me? This shit should not be free, bro. Y'all better hit that follow button right now.
Dude, this shit should not be free. This shit should not be on the internet because it makes you look like an idiot. You can flirt with my women. If she flirt back, she is now you.
Thanks, but like not into you like that, or like if someone's being like weird or creepy.
I say that all the time.
I hate Snapchat. I'm barely on it. Like I post a lot.
What's your Snap score?
Okay, so I've had my Snapchat since.
What are you in fucking middle school? Who gives a fuck about a Snap score? Also, why is the Undertaker music playing in the background? Like, what is the Undertaker gonna come out and like kill these girls with lightning because their Snap scores are too high? Like, who gives a fuck about Snap score? If you're like out of high school, you should not give a fuck about Snap score at all. It's not. It just shows that you're like this chronically online, just unserious person.
If you are a parent and you have a young son, or if you're a young guy, what you need to do is ban Hollywood. Do not allow yourself to watch a movie or a video ever again where a woman beats up a man, because it's not realistic and it's not true. I'm tired of seeing chicks beat up men. I'm tired of seeing it. Oh yeah, you want to mess with me? You think I'm a girl and you mess with me, you're gonna learn something.
Yeah, I'm sure Andrew Tate would do great against, like Amanda Nunes or something like that. Like a female fighter. Like, yeah, I'm sure he would do great against her. Also, funny to say, ban Hollywood when their entire like ideology is like based on The Matrix, a movie they don't understand at all. But like, I love this idea that like, oh, beating up like a woman beating up a man is unrealistic. You take the average man against like against any female MMA fighter, they're going down in a second.
About to agree with me on what the fuck I'm about to say, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway.
Stop being friends with your girlfriend.
Stop being your girlfriend's friend. No, this is
Stop being nice to your girlfriend.
not me saying don't have fun with your girl, don't play around with her sometimes here and there, don't have a deep conversation with her. This is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, do not treat your girlfriend as if she's one of the homeboys. The reason I say that, you guys, is because most of the guys who don't get laid by their girlfriend anymore have a great relationship with their girlfriend. They have a good...
You know what's a great way to not get laid by your girlfriend, to not have sex with your girlfriend? Treating her like she's just some random person. Oh, that doesn't mean you can't go to her with serious stuff. You can't play around with her, shit like that. What do you think a friend is? If that like sort of stuff, like that's like if you can still do that, but you're not supposed to be friends with her, then what aren't you supposed to do with her? Like, this makes no sense.
Friendship, all of that other stuff. But when it comes time to get into bed, she's like, oh, no. Because I get a lot of guys who cry to me about this shit. And when I get to the root cause of the situation, it's usually this.
Or maybe they're just bad in bed. I'm going to be honest with you. Also, just the way this guy has spoken so far, there's no way you can convince me that this guy has been in any sort of serious relationship as an adult. Because, like what? Like, this is not spoken... There's no way this guy has been in a real relationship. This is the way that he views relationships as a whole. Like, she's your girlfriend, and you're not gonna treat her like a friend at all. So how are you gonna treat her other than like just a stranger that you want to fuck sometimes? Like,
now,
what?
To better understand why you can't be friends with your girl like how you're friends with your homeboys, I want you to think about it like this. Your parents, the people you look to for guidance, wisdom, knowledge, and leadership, What if they started acting like one of the homeboys? Naturally.
Yeah, but they're not someone that they're like a, a teacher in a way. They're a parental figure. They're not someone who you're creating a relationship with. Also, yeah, if you could be friends with your parents, that's cool. Like, has this guy just never been hugged by his parents? Like, what? Has this guy just never spent like great quality time with his parents? Like, what's up? What's up? Dude, go to therapy, for the love of God. Just go to fucking therapy. I swear, this guy just screams like he just has multiple like issues that he needs to work out about how his parents just don't love him enough, and how he just and how he probably just has not had a lot of like great relationship experience in the past.
Authority that they have over you, like acting like a bunch of fucking kids and goofballs and shit, and not acting like your parents. And then when they want to act like your parents and try to tell you to go wash the fucking dishes, you look at them like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? It's the same shit with women. I hope this not going over a lot of y'all heads, but you can't be a woman's friend like that and then try to switch now and try to be her man. Her feminine.
Okay, this guy's just going on for way too long. Is he literally? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna end on. Yeah, we're gonna end on Mr. Tate. Oh wait, is he trying to sell a course?
Because now on sale for limited time. Click the link in my bio to copy.
Oh yeah, okay, so he's just a grifter. That's it.
Am I sexist? Yes. Why? Because of my experiences of the world. I am a realist. I am absolutely and utterly a realist. And if you're a realist, you're sexist. I believe women are better at some things and men are better at some things. I do not believe we're equal and all the same and we can be interchanged. I believe that certain roles suit females and certain roles suit males.
Father says, don't come home until you made $30. I then come... Again, just great at grammar, guys. I then comes back with 30 wives. What are you, Mormon? Yeah, I think that's just gonna be it. There's no real point to this at all. Just... like these guys just continue to make themselves look like the biggest morons over and over and over again.